Everything okay? Are my eyebrows working?
I mean, have eyebrows will travel. I just want everybody to know that this is my real face.
I mean, it's mine too, I think. Okay, my beard's there. I did just get Botox. I'm the real
So,
one.
welcome to TDX Podcast, the bold, the beautiful, and the brilliantly opinionated world of design with host, award winning interior designer Danny Russo.
And I'm with the
And
amazing Camille Gower.
that's why. Pop culture connoisseur. Each show, we unpack the hottest trends, the standout moments in design news, and the design's world's most talked about drama, the kind you didn't know you needed, but don't want to miss. So, buckle up, grab your favorite beverage. Let's get into it because today we're talking about KBIS and IBS.
So
No,
let's
IBS.
start with the National
IBS.
Kitchen and Bath. The National Kitchen and Bath Association proudly presents the Kitchen and Bath Industry Show along with the International Builder Show. Not irritable bowel syndrome, which some people have confused it for. So there's a lot to unpack on this episode because we have been terrified again. And one of our best podcasts, I think, was about tariffs back in the day. And this is fresh information as of Monday. The Supreme Court has rejected um, the current administration's stance on the tariffs, which has been a hot topic in our industry. And the Supreme Court has deemed them not to be legal. So now we don't know what's going to happen, if people are going to get their money back, vendors are going to get their money back. We just do not know. So,
Secret.
yes, that was a topic of discussion everywhere because a lot of the products, and I didn't realize this, when you're buying, say, let's make something simple. Trying to look for something simple and there's nothing
Pencil.
around me. Okay, let's take a pencil, for example. When you're buying a pencil, that pencil has rubber in it, it has lead, it has metal, it has wood, it has paint. There are 5 elements to a pencil. So, element number one being the wood might have come from Canada. The lead may have come from China that we write with. The metal may have come from Vietnam. The rubber may have came from Guadalajara or Brazil. So each of those cut regions was tariffed differently. So it was so complicated for our vendors to price things out. And a simple kitchen faucet will have many components to it. There's brass, there's the paint, there's the finishes, the enamels, the piping, the rubber, the brass. So all of those things were, I mean, we've seen prices shoot up on those things. So it's going to be interesting to see where we end up going um, with that. But technology was everywhere. Lighting, integrated lighting, we were seeing
Oh, at
in,
KBIS.
yes, a KBIS, sorry. Tariffs were a big topic too, but lighting was substantial in all products, along with smart products, which if you ask me, our things are getting too smart. Um, I kind of am wishing um I kind of am wishing that we don't do so much with smart homes. I kind of prefer a dumb home, which I've said before, because right now we have a Samsung refrigerator that we just got in our new space, which is connected to the new oven that we got, and they talk to each other and they can order food and it could take all kinds of different information. And it knew what I took out of the refrigerator when I got this drink and asked me to add it to a grocery list, ask what kind of food I like, and then it'll take an image of what's in the fridge, send it to the oven, and start making things. So we're seeing that technology being brought into kitchen faucets. We're seeing it being brought into bathroom faucets, toilets, things that really shouldn't be smart are becoming smart.
I don't know if I like that because now my personal trainer can know exactly that I didn't eat the amount of protein that I said I did because my fridge is
Exactly.
now ratting me out. No, I don't know about that.
Yeah. But the,
Or even worse, because my daughter and I have like jokingly make up fun conspiracy theories. So now
yes.
my insurance rates are going to hike up because Amazon owns an insurance company, right? Like they own
Yeah.
like medical, pharmaceutical. So now they know that I'm pre-diabetic because of the food choices I'm making. And so they're going to make my diabetes medication more expensive. I don't have diabetes, but I'm just saying like
Now
this could really
we
become an
have
issue of privacy. And because you sign off on these things, not knowing what they can use your privacy for or your private data.
information for.
So yeah, I don't like
Let
it.
me make
I
you a
don't know if
little
I like
bit.
it.
Let me give you a little more comfort on that topic. Do you remember when grocery stores came out with their savings cards? And if you signed up, I know you have Food Lion in your area. We have Giant Eagle, which is called the Advantage card. Does Food Lion have like a
We
loyalty
have an
card? So when those first came out, I remember reading articles that people were going to like the grocery stores tracking your purchases, and they could sell your information that way. That was back in the 90s. So now we're in a different era, but there's smart ways to be using it and there's not smart ways. So don't give your personal trainer access to your refrigerator. That's a
Well, here's
good
the
start.
thing. With Jeff Bezos owning almost everything, he owns
the camera at your doorbell. He owns what you're shopping for. He owns the grocery stores. He owns pharmaceuticals. Like it's
a little concerning that he owns so much information and can use that data to kind of decide like what stocks to purchase. Like I don't know. I just don't trust the guy as much with everything. Like certain things, okay, because there still
Yeah.
has to be that manpower to look through all of that. Because I doubt they're looking at the boring housewife. They're probably looking at the guy who works for the FBI or something,
Well, no,
or their own
they're
employees
looking,
that have signed off on the NDAs. Maybe I don't know, but
yeah.
not interested.
It's funny because this is the first KBIS that I haven't attended, and
Mhm.
every trend that I'm seeing coming out of it is stuff that we've been using for years, which the InvisiCook technology, which is induction cooking, it's built into your countertop now, and you basically put a mat down and it makes your countertop a cooking surface. We're seeing the Opal Nugget ice maker was trending like crazy, and that's made by GE. That Nugget ice maker, I remember having the first version of it 10 years ago. And there's so many knockoff versions, and it's the Nugget ice that everybody likes. A lot of kitchen appliances now have the Nugget ice integrated into them. We're seeing a lot of refrigerated drawers, basically unkitchening the kitchen, which has been a trend since 2004 or 5. But we are seeing like heavy duty appliances come into residential spaces. One product that I have been using and one thing that stuck out to me was Murphy doors and hidden doors. And I think me and you have talked about this, and it's
It's
the
like
concept of
traders coming home. You have your own secret room. I
I need
think
to watch this
I would
show.
love that.
Okay.
It's not really.
Hidden doors are a big thing with textured walls, and we're going to be doing that in our new location. And we have sliding bookcases, and these are like the things you used to see in movies where you'd pull a book and a door would open or
Oh, I
the
love
door would
that.
pull back. But we are seeing everybody, all my contractors are dying to do them. We've been doing them for the last 4 or 5 years,
Well,
but
even like here, we have like some speakeasies that are doing that where it's like a hidden compartment to get
oh yeah.
into. There was like something that I saw where like there's a subway station in New York where you go back there and there's a whole drag show that they put on in these secret
Oh,
compartments. I love it. I think more of it. We need more
okay.
community based things that aren't always on social media. Like they just
Yeah.
recently were talking about people need to get off of social media more and go touch grass more. So I'm a big fan of anything that makes people more interested in community and
Girl, we're
building
in Ohio. We
opportunities.
haven't seen grass since September. So there's no
Oh,
grass. We could touch fake grass.
you can touch snow then,
Oh
just not the
God.
yellow one, the dump stone.
So, KBIS, there's a lot to unravel, but um there was not much. Toto released a new toilet, self-cleaning. They solved a cleaning issue allegedly,
Now
but if
that seems
you're buying a Toto toilet, I mean you're spending $10,000 on a toilet. So one of my personal favorites is the Kohler Vale toilet, which I got an early release of about 3 years ago, and it won Best in Class for um, its uniqueness. And I actually had a part in their design of that. I requested a black Toyota, a black Kohler bidet washlet, and they released a black Kohler Veil toilet. Now,
Sure.
I didn't think they were seriously going to do it, and I gave them that suggestion about 3 years ago. But as a designer, they hear us at these shows, and I was kind of bummed that I didn't get to go to it this year. It was the last year it was held in Orlando. We're going to be seeing the next at least 6 to 10 shows are going to be in Vegas. And as you know, Vegas is a lot to unpack.
Well, I
Um,
also want to say, like, I feel like it's crazy that they have so many conventions in Florida because of the craziness of the weather there. You never know it's going to be hurricane season or snow. I mean, you just can never know what to pack for that or what kind of weather conditions you might find
well,
yourself in, unlike with Vegas.
if you think about it, the people that are so IBIS is the International Builder Show. KBIS is Kitchen Bath Industry Association, the designers, held in Orlando, Disney World. So you're inside of a convention center. They have one of the largest convention centers. So I think that's why it appeals to people because they'll plan a family vacation and you can go to the show for 2 days and then go to Disney or Universal for X amount of days. Now with it moving to Vegas, um, typically we'd have the Consumer Electronics Show and going straight into the Kitchen and Bath Industry Show. And that's a lot. And that's Design Week, which we're probably going to see a lot of. So I actually was invited to do this podcast from the floor in Orlando. And I reluctantly, we were almost about to propose it and they wanted us to do it, but I wasn't 100% that I was going. And I had turned down the opportunity due
And
to
let's not forget, it was going to have you in like an aquarium.
they would have had
So
me in an aquarium in the middle of the convention floor, and I've seen pictures.
imagine Danny in an aquarium.
And
Just wait.
well, I
The
would have
visual.
to.
Hold on. Wait for the visual of Danny in an aquarium where everybody's walking by and he can't speak to anyone. How would that go?
Oh my God, that would be a reality show I would watch.
I would just watch
So,
to see how long it takes for you to crash out. I
but
mean,
they have big thick
claustrophobia
glass.
aside.
So this aquarium was all glass and a podcast room in the middle, and it was in the middle of the showroom floor. And I was like, oh, I'm so glad I didn't do that. But anyway, you had all the contractors there. One thing that stuck out to me on the building side was pocket doors. And pocket doors have been so basic for the last, my God, century. But I saw a unique double-sided pocket door, which was soft close. So one would be one side, a door slid out and was your pocket door. And then from the other side, a baby gate slid out or a pet gate slid out. So I thought that was pretty unique. Um,
You know,
we've
my
been,
mom has pocket doors for her
yeah.
kitchen. And I used to think they were so cool as a kid. And my uncle had one. His house used to be like a farmhouse, so it had like the half door.
Oh,
And I was like, "Oh, is it so the you keep making me laugh because your hand goes in front of your eyebrow." So in case you're wondering where my random like laughing or just like smiling out of nowhere, it's because your eyebrow like I literally worked in the beauty industry. I worked on films and continuity. So my eye is like automatically trained to notice when things change like that. So it's like, oh my God, we gotta go fix his eyebrows. So it keeps like distracting me because I
there,
keep
I
thinking,
shut them
oh,
off, I think.
fine. No, but that was so much fun. It's like
Anyway,
shiny ball syndrome. Ooh, new brows, gone brows, brows, no brows. Anyway, back to the story. But yeah, I remember it being a lot of fun as a kid and then being very disappointed as an adult. They're not half as common as I expected. Like I have not seen them anywhere other than my parents' home
they've been making
and
a
my uncle's
comeback.
house.
The pocket doors are the half
I'm
door.
glad to hear it
The half door I've been seeing a lot of lately. I think I just saw one in a new build somewhere, and I was like, huh, what made you put that in?
because the child gates
But
are done.
yeah, but they're built in, and everybody has pets now. So they do double duty when you have a child, and then later in life when you have a pet. So they do have added value. They just take up a lot of space. So it's interesting. We're seeing a lot of hidden door hardware where your door could be a mirror or it could be glass and it's on trackless hardware. So think of, I hate to use this word, think of a barn door, the farmhouse barn door that everybody was doing. Now take hide the hardware to it, and it's within the door, and you can't see how the door opens or closes, and that door can be a full-length mirror, so you don't know it's a door. So we're seeing a
That's
lot of those come out, and they're coming out with frosted glass and different materials, texture still everywhere, and that's. I'm trying to think of anything else that I saw people posting. Everything that I was seeing the recaps of was stuff we've already done and been doing, and it was stuff I'm like, oh, neat, I'm over that.
well, you
Um,
had like off air, you were talking about something with Samsung that was sound very innovative. I mean, maybe it's because we're sponsored by Samsung.
so well, Samsung,
I mean,
well, there's a couple things. So, well, AI bespoke fridge is that, and that's what we we were not fully sponsored, but we did get a special price because we've just got a new location, and that's coming up in a different podcast. But they have been on the forefront of the AI technology with building everything in. So I can watch YouTube on my refrigerator, I could watch it on my washing machine, I could play Spotify on my oven, I could get my Ring doorbell on there. It's a little bit odd. And I could change the thermostat from my refrigerator. Um, MyQ is a company owned by Chamberlain Garage Doors, and they've released at CES a 5-in-1 keypad. So everybody's been doing keypads, but this 5-in-1 lock brings your Ring doorbell. It brings a Ring doorbell, a camera, a keypad, and a biometric lock and a traditional key lock. So we have gotten those on all of our doors. So when I walk up to my door, it has facial recognition, automatically unlocks, and after X amount of seconds, it locks. I can also unlock it with a finger. I can put in a keypad, key code, a numeric code, and I can also use a key. But I'm notorious for losing keys. So thank God I have four backups.
you're like,
um,
and did you do the biometrics before or after your Botox? Because I always wonder, will it be able to still tell it's me if my eyebrows are just kidding?
I say that all the time because when Apple
Pre
came out with Face
facelift or
ID,
after facelift?
I mean, I did just get some cheek filler, and my Botox should be kicking in any minute now.
I'm just saying, I got my passport photo looking the roughest I've ever looked in life on a photo. I'm pretty sure of it. So I'm like, oh, well, that makes it easy. Anytime I travel, I can look my absolute roughest, and at least I'll look like my passport photo. But then on my driver's license, I look like a glamour shot for those born after the 2000s. That was a photo place that we used to go to in the 90s where they would do like this really dramatic makeover look on you where you looked really beautiful. It was like a glow up, but in a store. So anyway, so I have
I
depending on
think
how I look, I can show my driver's license or my passport. So I'm assuming with the door, make sure you
I
train it on your worst days
I
as well
think
as your
that
best.
what we're going to be seeing is we're going to be
Yeah.
taking our own passport and driver's license photos, because with the iPhone and Samsung Wallet now integrating into like your digital wallet. If you have a Samsung, if you have an Android, could be a Samsung Wallet. iPhone, it's your the wallet app. But my passport and my Ohio driver's license are with all my credit cards and debit cards, and the key to my car, the key to my house, everything's in my
Yeah,
yeah.
I found
So
that.
I think seeing that, like, but we're going to be seeing a lot of that come into play with technology that's coming down the pipeline for.
Just make sure in your state, whatever state you're in, that they recognize it through the digital. Because I do know, like
Oh,
with voting, that's become an issue where people thought
Ohio,
they didn't
yeah.
have to bring their ID with them, and you do have to still bring your physical ID when you're voting at some places. So double check in your area.
Ohio was, yes, that you're right on that. Ohio was one
Because
of
I
the
mean, we
first
don't
seven
just here in
states.
Ohio, thankfully.
They won't take them. They won't
Yeah,
even accept them if stores, if you're buying alcohol, they don't know what to do. And I actually was asking questions as to why they weren't taking them. And
because we
the
can
people,
screenshot.
they were like, well, we can't see your picture. Well, yes, you can. You hit the info button and it shows you the picture and the driver's license number. And I'm
People could screenshot that too, and then
true,
Canva edit it to make it whatever photo that fits. So
true.
I get it. The technology is just not there yet
Yeah, but
when
it's
it's
coming.
government. taxes paying for than for right now. They're too busy. Yeah, never mind. I'm not getting on that.
I don't even know if the government's open or closed right now, but we're like, the state of the state of the nation. I'm trying to see what else we had trending.
KBIS
Yeah,
and
KBIS and
the
IBS
IBS. Just kidding.
International Builders Show.
Of all the names, I feel for these people who have like really bad acronyms that were cool at the time, but now have been taken over by other
Well,
industry
the
players.
International Builders Show. I don't know. It's just, I don't know.
It's
Missed us. I'm trying to get a
like all the
good.
people that might have named their kid Tesla a couple of years back are now probably like, whoops.
You're probably right on that. But anyway, we're seeing color trending. Colored appliances are coming out. They're now doing, God, Jen Air is one of my favorite brands, and they're actually using semi-precious stones on the refrigerator doors. They were one of the first to come out with the black refrigerator back in 2012. They had a special edition hand-painted leather in the back panel, and they only made X amount of them, but now they're having like uh, there's like it's a handcrafted elements collection. It's like a natural stone on your refrigerator door. Why is that necessary? I do not know.
Well,
But
certain stones carry certain energies, but I don't know which one would make your food colder. That's kind of like Coors Light cans did the whole
well,
mountains or get bluer the colder, but your refrigerator only gets a certain amount of coldness. So no matter what color those tree or the mountains in on the Coors can meant no different. Like it didn't get any colder. There wasn't like
there was a
finally they did that technology inside of the can to make it, but seriously.
well, so when the nice thing about this show is that the builders are finally merging with the designers and they're taught listening to us. The manufacturers are listening to designers. The builders are listening to the designers because when you have Bob the Builder or um, Chuck in a truck doing your construction, they're not paying attention to the aesthetics of anything. They don't care what color outlet you're going to be using. But we're seeing USB ports, USB-C ports built into everything. We're seeing a lot of attention paid to designers being involved in the process, merging with the
Right.
builders. And most designers don't have the wherewithal or the knowledge as Danny Russo does, where we know building code and we merge our talents with architecture and engineering and aesthetics. But with the semi-precious stones, that's an aesthetic thing where, yeah, that looks good, but does it function? Is it going to be timeless? We're seeing a lot of like knobs coming out that are from the past. A lot of jewel tone colors. Um, but yeah, here's a huge focus. Everything had an element of wellness built into it. Whether it's the new Kohler sauna, which me and you saw in New York, they debuted that years ago, but they've been focusing on pushing the at-home infrared saunas, the at-home uh, built-in steam rooms, the radiant heat saunas. We're seeing a lot of wellness built into the things that we interact with on a daily basis. But yeah, that's, I mean, I would say we're getting a little bit stagnant with innovation because everything that we've seen is not anything we haven't seen in the last 10 years, and it's not anything a designer hasn't tried to do already. GE launched a mini version of their Opal Nugget ice maker. Did I give you an Opal Nugget ice maker back in the day? Those things are the hottest trends, best Christmas gifts if you ever want to buy somebody something. There's knockoff versions on Amazon. We'll put them, I think they're in our Amazon shop actually. I think I have the Opal ice maker on the shop and they just launched the mini one. And they're not cheap either. And of course, they're on Wi-Fi and they need a software update. So make sure you're updating your appliances because even your robot that cleans your floors needs a software update. We're seeing, I had sent you something also at IBIS. The trend was building in, we had appliance garages, built-in pet stations, and now we're seeing built-in smart robot stations that are hidden under the cupboards. And I sent you something and you go, what is this? And I go, that's where your Roomba goes when it needs charged. But we're
I
seeing a
remember
lot
that
of
because it kind of looked like a pizza slot, but
Yeah.
maybe because I love pizza.
I hope your personal trainer's not listening to this episode.
I mean, yeah, me too. Especially with my Five Nights and Freddy's pizza shirt on. Maybe that's where all the pizza talk's coming from because I haven't had pizza in a very long time.
Now you're
I'm
making me hungry for
overdue.
pizza.
I mean, you're Italian, don't you? Isn't your like blood pizza sauce and marinara? Just kidding.
Pretty much. I want
Any
to
old
try these.
excuse.
I don't know. No, I haven't had pizza in a while. That's a lie. I had pizza this weekend.
Yeah, I can't even remember the last time I had pizza. That's how long it's been,
Yeah.
and that is a crime within itself, in my opinion.
Yeah.
It
But
might have been when I went to go see Five Nights and Freddy's because I had pizza there.
I don't know what Five Nights at Freddy's is.
That's okay.
Okay. So follow us on Instagram, TDX Podcast, Daniel Home. I think we're the Daniel Home on Instagram. We have an Amazon shop. Every product that we talked about today will be in that shop. Shoppity shop. And our online store is getting filled up and we're about to launch. We are launched and we have financing. We now offer home equity lines of credit. Go to danielhome.com and check out our shop where you can find some of the latest products and you can finance them through a firm, I think. But we have our new website's amazing. Make sure you guys check that out. Follow the Design Exchange podcast on all the favorite platforms. Your home should feel bold, polished, and totally you. I'm Danny Russo with Daniel Home. We design, remodel, and style spaces that look expensive because they are done right. From kitchens and bathrooms to full home renovations, we also got you covered on the furniture and the finishes that bring it all together. Are you ready to elevate your look? Visit danielhome.com or call 614-227-3155.